All right, call to order the regular board meeting of commissioners, February 17th at 7 o'clock. Please call the roll.
Slayer. Here. Bell.
Here.
Druin. Here. Larson.
Here.
Tillman.
Here. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Any items to be added, removed, or changed from the agenda?
Yes, I would like to remove under new business 14B, approval of letter of agreement with Williams Architects for architectural services.
14B, okay. It will be removed, and we could still have discussion about some things around removing that.
Sure. That's the final action item. So under, if we want to add it and add another, you can discuss anything so long as the action isn't taken and it's not on the agenda.
Yeah.
So can we replace the existing 14B with a discussion of?
Discussion of just
Sure.
architectural type services.
Sure.
Okay.
That would be great.
Thank you.
And then when you approve I guess it's not a consent, I was going to say, as you move through it, just make a note as you're getting to 14B to announce it.
Okay.
The amended title.
Okay, cool. All right, thank you. Item number 5, entertain a motion to establish the consent agenda as follows. Regular board meeting of January 20th, paid expenditures, expense approval report, investment summary, income statement, and purchases.
So moved.
Minutes, sorry.
Oh,
From,
there's minutes?
from January 20th.
Oh, I thought the minutes from the board meeting of January 20th, 2006, yes, sorry.
2026.
2026. Okay.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Bell, second by Larson. Please call the roll.
Bell.
Aye.
Larson.
Aye.
Druin.
Aye.
Slayer.
Aye.
Tillman.
Aye, motion carries. Entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as established.
So moved. Second.
A motion by Bell, second by Larson. Please call, no. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, item number 6, guest matters from the public. Done. Item number 7, matters from commissioners. What y'all got? I'm getting nothing.
Well, we went to, I was gonna say, we went to the state conference.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah,
good time?
Yeah, we did have a good time.
All right.
lovely time in Katie's
Educational?
room on
Yeah.
Thursday evening.
Always.
Okay.
Yeah, educational.
I was a little disappointed in when we were at the lunch that our fabulous honor was mixed up. They had put our name with the wrong picture.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And
And then they
because
put our picture, yeah.
Yeah.
did it.
they
Yeah.
flip-flopped it, only because I was looking at one, I was like, oh, that looks a lot like the picture we had. And then I was like,
That is our
wow,
picture.
they really picked a couple that were really close.
Right?
Yeah.
Park District Energy City Soccer.
Yes.
Yeah.
For
Seems
Wheeling
so
Park District, I think.
dead on. So, but besides that, it was a great lunch, and it's always good to hang out with the team.
Yeah.
And you guys did a really good job of coming together and showing support for the program and everything. So it was really good.
Awesome. Okay, item number 8, correspondence. We have, looks like one notice today, a notice proposed of, is this right? Yes, it is. The correspondence was enclosed is a notice proposed tax increment financing District 7, a notice of joint review board meeting and public hearing from the city of Batavia. If we can make sure that this notice is entered into the record, please.
So I would like to piggyback on what you just said, John, and that is that next month, City Administrator Laura Newman is going to come to the Park Board meeting to pitch having a new TIF district form, TIF District 7, which is outlined in this memo. It's going to be just south of the existing Batavia Public Library, with the deluxe cleaners and the Mill Creek childhood program is, in the Water Street Studios. So she'll be coming forward to ask the park board, or to let the park board know that she's intending to make a TIF district there.
Yeah, there is a diagram in here, so if that,
Is this a
Thank you for
large
that.
district or is this standard size?
Standard size.
Okay, yeah,
yeah, it covers a lot of ground.
the downtown,
Yeah,
And it does cover the wastewater treatment plant area too.
and it goes across the river.
yeah.
So,
I did ask if the Hall Quarry Beach could be included, and was told that there probably wouldn't be enough money left in that account because there's going to be a parking deck for 400 cars, and that a lot of the TIF district money is going to be going towards the building and maintenance of that. So,
And where's
I
that
tried.
going? Where's that being proposed?
somewhere in that block.
Somewhere in
yes,
the
Yeah,
downtown area?
yep.
on Water Street.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you for that. Item number 9, Batavia Parks Foundation.
All right, I guess I will be the Parks Foundation.
Cool.
All right. So, hi, I'm Lindsay Williams. I am the treasurer for the Batavia Parks Foundation. So just a couple updates from the foundation. We have submitted everything for the next fund guide with the district. We're looking forward to a meeting between the district and the foundation about our bike rack project. The concrete slab was poured for the first bike rack, and that was at Big Woods Park. So we're still working on a bike rack model, but we're going to iron that out with the district. And we welcome 3 new board members, and we're looking for a fundraising event, but we're just trying to find a space and a date that works for everybody that can take us. And we're just looking for other ideas to partner with the park district. So we're kind of at a lull right now, but we're going to get moving pretty soon. And then we're looking forward to supporting the community egg hunt coming up at the park district. So we'll be there doing some fun activities for the families, and we'll be popping up at the Batavia Farmers Market on October 17th. So that was it from the foundation. Any questions?
Awesome.
Lindsay wears many hats.
Yep. Thank you. Item number 10, announcements.
Oh, man. Okay, let me zoom up to the top. Oh, no. You're across from me now, Brittany. Good evening, Batavia. This unseasonably warm February weather has us feeling like a little taste of spring, even though it's fake. And the Park District is ready to keep that momentum going with plenty of fun on the way. So first up, we have spring soccer. Energy City Soccer League is now enrolling young athletes ages 3 to 9. If your goal is to get your kids active, learning a new skill, having a ball, then this league is a total kick. Don't get caught offside, if anyone knows what actually offsides is. Be sure to register by the March 16th registration date. Next up is spring softball, I should say batter up. Girls softball leagues for ages 5 to 14 years old are also stepping up to the plate this spring. It's a great way to build confidence, teamwork, and plenty of diamond-worthy memories. Don't strike out. Registration closes March 11th. If you're looking forward to summer sips, tickets for Batavia Uncorked are on sale now. The casual wine event is a great way to spend a June afternoon sampling local favorites and enjoying the company of friends. Tickets are on sale now for the June 6th event. Ticket options include a 10 and, if you're brave, a 15 tasting ticket option. You can purchase your tickets also at bataviaparks.org. Speaking of summer, Hall Quarry Beach season passes are on sale now at the lowest rate of the season. Lock in your summer fun early and get ready for sandy toes, sunny days, and plenty of splash-worthy memories. Season pass holders enjoy early admittance, a dedicated parking lot and an entrance, and first chance at summer swim lessons registration and special pass holders only event. So there's a lot of new things this year for pass holders. And for a little history with heart, the Batavia Depot Museum is opening a new spring exhibit to secure these rights. This inspiring exhibit explores many ways Batavians have stood up for the rights and the rights of others throughout history of the city. It's a powerful reminder that even small communities can make a big impact. The storytelling begins March 1st, and the opening reception takes place March 5th from 6 to 8 p.m. And so that's all for today's announcements. Keep soaking up that unexpected February sunshine. Plan ahead for warmer days, and as always, play your way, Batavia.
Awesome. Thank you.
I always feel like we should clap after that.
I know, right? Item number 11, staff reports.
All right, let's kick it off with Brittany down there.
Oh, yeah, everybody's all messed up
Brent's a
here.
break right now.
Yeah, I love it. Awesome. Camp registration opened to last week, so we're really excited. And the opening, we get over 215 different registrations. We have over 155 campers that we're allowing on site. And we have more campers than ever in our 5th through 6th grade, so we opened up some more spots. So we're gonna continue to get people off wait lists. We're completely full at the moment. So we're just adding more spots, and we're really focusing on teen programs. So I'm excited for our new Middle School Madness, which is on March 20th next month. So we're looking for feedback from our teens just to add more trips. We're gonna do maybe some field trips with our teenagers, some more pop-up nights. So yeah, that's it for me.
How quickly did you guys sell out, I guess?
Very
Max out.
very quickly. So last Monday was open to our returning. And this Monday was for residents, new residents. We were already pretty full going at the beginning of this week, but we added a lot of people off the wait list today, and we'll continue to as we add more staff. We're completely staffed at camp, but just evaluating field trips and spacing, but we will continue to add more people. Yeah, but it was fast.
That's great. Good.
Lots of returning families, which is good.
Good.
Great question.
Yeah.
All right, let's turn over to Kim.
All right, just a couple updates. Wanted to point out first the weed and feed contract that's in the board packet that everybody probably saw. Just wanted to point out one thing though, so everybody's aware that we already decided to reduce the number and frequency of applications. We're going to give it a try in order to be more environmentally sustainable, aligned with our goals. So I'm giving it a try. We reduced it from 2 a year to 1 a year in all of our parks except for our ball fields. We're going to stick with it with our ball fields, but we're going to see what happens. So just wanted to point that out. And then wanted to thank the board for the support of the horticulture position. We've hired what seems to be a great person that has fit in really well so far. So I'm excited about what the future will bring. There's lots of opportunities. He's got great experience in multiple. He even, I think, undersold himself because I think he's even better than what we thought when we interviewed. So super excited and excited to have you guys meet him.
All the way from New York, huh?
Yeah.
We get to meet him in 90 days.
His family's in Plainfield. He did an internship in New York and
okay.
stayed out there.
Okay, yeah.
And then came home after a few years. It was time to come home, he said. So
Cool.
yeah.
How difficult is it to fill a position like that? It's very specific.
It
Did you have
is
some
very
candidates?
specific. It is our first time. This is our very first horticulturalist. And so I was pleasantly surprised.
On good candidates?
Yes. Yeah.
No,
Yeah, it's
you
pleasantly
just never know
surprised.
what Indeed's
I,
gonna send you.
I was anticipating it being very difficult
Right.
to find the right fit, and yeah, I was pleasantly surprised.
Good.
That's it.
All right, moving on to Josh.
So I'm excited to say that we finally received the final certificate of occupancy for this building. So we are,
So we're allowed to be in
A lot of meetings.
yes.
We're occupying it.
Now it's just Brent and I've been, or mostly Brent working with IDNR to finish up the grant process for this. So exciting to have that done and moving on to other projects. So. And then Lindsay and I are kicking off, and for the safety committee, working on the new risk management assessment for this year. So that includes that $1,500 incentive as long as we go through all of the process. So yeah.
Cool.
And now Brent.
So yeah, Josh kind of touched on the park grant. With the park grant, we have to do a report with our auditors to submit for that final reimbursement request. So that testing and field work has started with them. Josh has been a huge help. I think he's underselling himself, just pulling together the documentation related to these grant requests. And with the OSLED request, we actually did receive the final $300,000 of that grant. So we submitted it in December, and we were very on top of our documentation and what was needed for that request. So we've now received the full $600,000 grant for that project, and we're working to get the park grant, $2.8 million grant request as soon as possible. Our audit, we did the preliminary field work the week of February 2nd, so we've gotten a good head start. That's for our 2025 financial audit, and final field work is scheduled for the end of April, and then we'll bring the financial report to the board to be presented at a board meeting soon after that. And since we are in the process here of wrapping up 2025 and getting a clear picture of where things are ending up financially, I did just want to touch on credit card processing fees, which we brought a couple of recommended changes to the board over the past couple of years to help minimize the increasing costs that we're facing. And really, it's a very common issue that a lot of businesses out there are facing, governments and corporations as well. And our fees have dropped considerably as a result of these changes that we've made, which, as a reminder, we've switched processors to a lower fee processor, as well as we pass through our installment billing fees for customers on installment billing, while also offering a $0 ACH payment option to them. So kind of went hand in hand with good customer service while also being able to reduce the credit card processing fees that we're paying. So I would actually anticipate our fees to be under $60,000 next year, compared to if we did not make any of these changes, they would be likely above $90,000. So it's a pretty substantial cost savings for our operations, and it's just been a great change for the park district.
Yeah, when you show the steady downward trend here in your report, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Just steady down.
And then technology, our consultants will actually be at our March board meeting next month, just to do a brief presentation kind of on our current priorities around technology, some upcoming initiatives. So they will be in attendance at the next month's board meeting. So feel free to think of any technology related questions you may have, because they're definitely the experts. Although I work closely with them, I rely a lot on their expertise in advice on a lot of our technology initiatives. So, and then just last thing is on the proposed TIF district that the city is proposing. I do represent the park district on the joint review board, it's called. So at least annually, there are meetings where the city gives an overview and update on the TIF districts, kind of, the financial status and upcoming projects on each of them. So there is a joint review board meeting on March 2nd, which I'll be attending, and I will, definitely be considering any of the key impacts that the TIF district could have, on the park district, and any key takeaways that we need to be concerned about.
It goes across the river, is that at the bridge and like Peace Bridge and all that, is that included in it? So it's just south of that?
It's South of Wilson.
Okay, cool. Awesome, thank you.
And I do want to give credit to Brent as well as Josh for all the hard work with the documentation for the IDNR grant, because we're really hoping that we can get the reimbursement for $2.8 million this year, which would be fantastic, and huge credit to both of them for being able to turn it around as quickly as possible, especially after we had to wait for all the permits to be closed out for the city approval. So, great job, guys.
Awesome.
Okay, we're gonna turn it over here to Katie.
Okay, well, the marketing department has been very busy doing some of the behind the scenes. February tends to be our behind the scenes month. We're excited to say that we are almost finished with our final guidebook handbook for the district. This is a project that we began last year. where we were streamlining all the languaging, making sure that all of it fits in with not only our branding, but also has the voice and has consistent information across the district. So all of our procedures and how we treat sick children are the same in all of our manuals. So it has been a labor of love and a process that we would not have been able to do without Brittany's team, but this is the final one for camp. As we mentioned last spring, this elevation project for all of our manuals actually are all ADA compliant. So when the initiative goes through in April for park districts, those documents that are coming from the district will fall in line with the needs from the government. Very happy with Brittany and her team to empower us to put our little bit of fun on the different handbooks. We're also gearing up, we've been gearing up and working very closely with the recreation team for the past month to really try to come up with some additional ways that our community partners can be involved in sponsorship through some lower cost entry solutions. A lot of our local businesses are small and some of them aren't chain space, so they don't have a ton of marketing, but they do want to become actively involved with the park district. And they had asked us for some lower cost entry points. So we've been brainstorming with the recreation team as well as in our department to come up with some of those smaller entry points. We want everyone in the community, every business owner, no matter what the size of the business, to feel that we are an approachable way to get in front of the community, because we are the community and we want to support everyone. So it's been a big effort. So we only have a couple left. So that's been quite the process. And then finally, if you did not receive it today, you should be receiving a postcard in your mailbox this week from the Batavia Depot Museum. This is an initiative we started a couple of years ago to really allow everyone in the community to see the amazing types of programs and activities that we offer at the depot. Because some people may not think to look for it in our fun guide or on social, and not everyone follows social media. So that postcard should be landing in the mail.
Gotta go over the weekend.
You did?
Yep.
How'd you like it? It was a different look?
Yep, lovely.
So great.
I check my mail like every 2 weeks. So
That's right.
I might have it.
So we did go. We're really excited about the branding for this new exhibit. It is an amazing and very impactful exhibit through the museum. So highly recommend everyone going to see it and to explore any of the other activities at the museum. So that's all I have.
Thank you.
I was looking at some of your stats on the websites. I was like reading about that. And it's impressive that some of the stuff that's new, like the interactive park map, has already so high, and it's just was launched like halfway through the month.
Yes.
You know, and it's really cool to see that like the things that you guys thought to do are obviously things that were missing, that were needed, and people really wanted. So great job
Well, thank you.
on thinking of, you know, what the community wants to see. So
We're looking forward to see how the metrics change.
yeah.
Because we changed our menu structure on the new website. So we can't do a direct compare for apples to apples, but we'll be able to see how people are using the information. I am looking forward to seeing softball and soccer and some of our individual athletics programs to raise up, because previously they were all on one page. So it'll be actually really important for us to see exactly which programs and how our customers are coming to those pages.
Yeah, so they don't have to dive into like
Yes.
6 different clicks before they get to soccer versus softball. They can kind of go right to
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Thank you.
It'll also
Really
be-
great job.
It'll be interesting to see when we do the next needs assessment, 4 years from now, the number of people that want us to go more digital as a result of this wonderful website versus the print. John's interested in that.
It's all working in the direction. You were just really ahead of our
Working out
time.
just as I had planned.
Part of my long-term master plan, Josh.
All of a sudden, John turned into Smithers from The Simpsons. All right, and then I am currently this week going to be posting for the executive assistant position. So those of you watching at home, if you always wanted to work for the park district, we're going to be posting that later this week. So look at our brand new website, you can find it. And so it's my great pleasure to introduce you to the Talent Resources Generalist, Lindsay.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I've been around, but.
You look familiar though.
Yeah, the formerly known as executive assistant,
Yeah.
so, and kind of helping out with some of the things in the interim, but I'm really excited for the new position and hit the ground running, so we're working on a lot of different postings, getting seasonals started. We did some park technician interviews today. We've been working on marketing intern interviews, so it's been really fun. It's a great time to get started.
Awesome.
Lots going on.
All right, thank you. Item number 12, Executive Director's Report.
Yes. Alright, welcome to the February 2026.
Brittany, can you get the
Executive
She was like, there's no way.
Right when you think he forgets.
I know, now.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Alright. Well, staff is currently working on an agreement that's gonna go before the park board, so we can add kayak and paddleboard and canoe rentals on the Fox River. So this will be done by Park Island, and Josh is actually the primary on this. And it'll be great. You can bring all you need is your cell phone. You'll be able to scan a QR code, and it'll bring you right to where the lockers are. You can pick out your kayak. If you want to do tandem, we're actually going to have a 12 unit. So a tandem will be available in addition to just maybe a couple of paddle boards. We're not quite sure, if there's more demand, we can certainly swap those out. But Rent Fun is the company that those of us on the committee really liked a lot. The customer service is through the company. They hire their own maintenance person to make sure the life jackets, the paddles are there, all the equipment you need. And it's really just as simple as scanning the QR code, and then you put either you can do Apple Pay or enter your credit card in there, but you can paddle away for a week if you want. You could charge per day, or you can do it per hour. So it's going to per hour.
Not trying to kayak in Jamaica.
Trying to convince my sister and her family to come up from Texas. This is literally one of the things I told her we have. I was like, we can
Do you want
kayak
them
on
to
the
kayak
river.
all the way from Texas?
No, but I was telling her, like,
Yeah.
you guys can come and we'll kayak on the river.
As long as
So
they don't come
anyway.
until summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're coming in the summer.
Perfect.
Well, also, they're coming from Texas, they think it's pretty significant.
Yeah.
So we've got the talent in-house that is gonna lay the concrete, and then, all of this is gonna be delivered, settled down, and then we can, we're waiting for the dedication date from the King County, because this is part of the Fab Fox grant, that Kim was a part of, and then we can really kind of launch it per se, all at once with the. So that's a big page out of Katie's book.
I liked that one.
Also the Peace Bridge bike ramp concept. So this was the concept design. This was from last year when it was just a twinkle in our eyes of what it was going to look like. So the lighting has stayed the same, so that the lighting is going to be face downward. So the bird lovers will love that. It's going to be very respectful. And now that we know that the walls are going to be blank canvas, Katie and I are very excited. We've been brainstorming. So right now, to the left is what it currently looks like. So the leadership team and I, we walked down there yesterday. And so this is what it currently looks like. And to the right is what ideally we would like to do, a community mural. But with panels. So Katie's doing a lot of research right now with different sign companies that can do aluminum panels. And what we would love to do is have 10 or 15 panels that we can engage community groups, whether it's the Rotary Club, the Chamber, Parks Foundation, you name it, invite them to the table and literally have them paint by number. And we could have it done at the farmers market, Windmill City Fest, but really engage the community and have them take some ownership in the way it looks. And Katie's an illustrator by trade, but I've given her the option of whether it's a pretty overwhelming project, of partnering with an artist or.
It's a large
Canvas.
Canvas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wall.
Yeah, no, we got you. Yeah.
Large.
Right.
So that's something we're getting quotes for pricing too, because we may only be able to afford just, so that bottom picture, the bottom left picture is actually, when you're looking east, correct? This is, yeah, east. My sense of direction. So east, so we were thinking that that would be the main focal point. So right up above from there, from the east portion that we're looking at, is River Street. And so that would be the main focal point where we could potentially do like a Batavia postcard, kind of like we have at the Hawkwood Beach, where it's kind of like a welcome
Like
to
a-
Batavia. Yeah.
Yeah, on the small, short wall.
Yeah.
The small wall, yeah.
Like the main wall there, and it could be everything Batavia, what we're known for. It could have a windmill, it could have eagles, it could have, or the eagle's nest. So really we could capture Batavia in a snapshot, and then we're gonna price out the rest to see what we can afford.
Okay.
And it may be something where we gradually add to it over the years.
Sponsorships.
Sponsored, yes.
Sell squares.
Maybe paid gazebo.
I think they look fabulous.
I wanted to get a litmus test from the board to make sure that we're on track with your expectations.
Well,
I think it sounds.
How do the panels secure?
Josh?
So they're composite, aluminum composite panels. So they come in 4x8 or 5x10 foot panels, and they're screwed on with screws. So
Screw on screws. That's all
Screws.
it is.
Well, I'm worried about water and stuff getting behind it.
Yeah, we would anchor, you'd have to put cement anchors in.
Right, you'd have to put some sort of cap
And
on
bolt
it, too,
it
right?
in.
I mean,
I don't think necessarily, as long as the water can freely flow behind it
True.
and not get trapped.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
that would be a concern.
yeah. So we would wanna.
It'll float off the wall,
Yeah.
it won't be pressed up against it the whole way.
Yeah. We could leave some
That's one way to
space
do it.
or just make sure that
Well,
we
that stuff will
seal
still
it
be
around
there.
there.
Right, something, okay, cool.
I thought we were gonna paint right on the wall. You don't wanna do that?
Well, the
It's a
panels,
really rough texture.
the
and
panels
it's
actually
great
allow
for paint.
to change it,
Good point.
right? And so, but my only concern, like I said, was like, how do you secure it, make sure that you don't get ice and, you know, build up behind it, so that would damage the concrete and the panel, but it allows you to change, change out the mural whenever you want.
Plus, if they're damaged.
If they're damaged, you can swap them out, right?
Yep, and if we want, for the community groups, it might be easier because then everything will be portable, so we can, even when we'll City Fest, we can even bring it
Yep.
inside here and have
Into it
groups in
And
here.
have them installed.
Cool.
So, part of the vision was to have horizontal, so that way people aren't on ladders, but have it like
Yes,
flat, so everybody.
And people could work in different, all around it at the same
We
time.
could do it.
Especially if it's paint by number, right?
Yeah,
I still liked the idea of selling squares to the public to paint.
Well, there's a lot of wall that could be covered in the future, right? Like not just this back wall.
that left facing wall is 104 feet.
wow.
So the longer, I guess on the top left one, that whole distance is 104 feet. The end wall is 25 feet wide, and then we have another 28 feet on that top, and that's not even counting the center wall. So there's a lot of space. Eventually.
and the city has been a great partner with this. They've been working with V3 Engineering and Kim's on that committee, keeping staff up to date on the latest and greatest. We met out there very impromptu, and Chris Vaughn from the city was fantastic. He met us out and answered any questions that we had. He unlocked things for us so we could have access to things. So that
Oh,
was
so they're partnering with us for the mural?
no, just for access right now, because right now this is all
Got it.
a locked up.
Yep.
So this would be fantastic for, I guess the word for today is fantastic.
Yes.
This would be fantastic for the folks that had mobility issues. While we were there, we saw a family with strollers, lifting up their strollers, going down the stairs.
Oh, yeah.
People in wheelchairs, bicyclists are absolutely gonna love this.
Well, it was always just very confusing when bikers would come and then they don't know where to keep going. And I would see people standing there, I'm like, You can either go all the way down into that parking lot, across, I said, or you can walk down the stairs, and they're like, okay.
And this will keep people downtown. This will keep people on River Street.
Is there gonna be any signage that goes with this in terms of like,
Wayfinding?
yeah?
That's a great idea, and we'll just have to figure out if it's gonna be on Park District property or city property or both. We were also talking about surveillance cameras and how nice it would be to actually have surveillance cameras in this area, this little pocket. Even though there's lighting, it could still be an area where, you know, teens like to hang out
Still
because
dark.
it's just dark enough.
Or at least a sign that says.
Nothing
Yeah.
about here?
No, no.
I know, you can tell
They're
me now to
there.
suggest that. I don't suggest that.
Are you assuming that they're not watching right now?
I just like have.
Well, thank you for your support. Thank you all for your
You're the
support.
part of the awake.
I know, just make sure you're paying attention to
Just
my face
sign.
And then along the lines, since the city will be dedicating this, with us, or dedicating the Peace Bridge ramp to the Park District, probably end of March or beginning of April sometime. We do think it would be an appropriate time, and again, this is another litmus test with the park board, but to rebrand the naming of the South River Walk Plaza. Kim and I have been talking a lot about it, how we have the Peace Rock Garden that the foundation helped us build. We named, you know, that was named Peace Rock Garden by the park board. We've got the Peace Bridge, now we have the Peace Bridge ramp. Would it make sense, the Peace Plaza?
As opposed to South River Plaza?
Yeah.
Yes, or
Is that
something.
what the name are now?
Yeah.
And then we just need a Peace Park. Right?
No, still gotta have a boat. By the river. I love that boat.
So, if you like that idea, then Kim can go to the drawing board, and I say drawing board as if they're gonna actually create a concept, but yeah, create some naming ideas and bring it forward, and we can go through our process of naming rights.
Sounds like a good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. All right. And then Fox Trail Park playground replacement, that's on this month's board packet. So this is the current playground. Our thought is that we're gonna do the community engagement in the manner which we used to pre-COVID. So post-COVID, everything went online. People didn't wanna get into big groups. Our last playground replacement was actually Washington Park.
How was that?
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a while. And so we're eager to get this project started. We want to meet on site, so since it's a neighborhood park, meet with the neighbors of that park, and deliver postcards to that area, get them engaged, and have them select the playground out of the options that are provided. And it means a lot to the neighbors when their kids they have a sticker and they get to choose which swing set, which slide, you know, what the color scheme. And so it goes a long way, and so really our focus, actually, you know, for the next few, you know, for as long as we can imagine, is community engagement. You know, the mural, the community input meetings, really trying to do our best to connect with the community and remind them the value of parks and recreation. So, in case you haven't been there lately, dun, 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 this is the before picture of Shannon Hall. So, you know, the floor, Josh said it best, he forgot there was green to the floor, like a greeny look, and then when you look at it after, it's so much brighter.
Very nice.
It's even more beautiful in person. It has like a sheen to it, like a ballroom dancing sheen. So, so now this will also be on the replacement schedule for upkeep, or seal coating. That's all.
Josh, you happy with the
Seal coat
floor?
everything.
Josh, you happy with the floor?
I am, it actually looks like we put a new floor in if you're there.
Oh,
Well, we will probably once a year put a new finish on it.
Oh.
And then every, probably 5 to 7 years, maybe look at a resand, just depending on how it looks.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That is our #1 most rented facility. And, you know, we do everything from yoga there, classes, to, you name it. And that's a reference, right?
Awesome.
Wonderful.
All right. 14A. Approve, wait, my computer went out. I don't know what I'm doing.
Do you need the hard copy?
No, I got it. I got it. What's
Okay.
okay.
I can give you one if you need it.
No.
You're on army time on there, huh?
You always like to look when I put my code in.
She might try and get
It's
it
like,
to your
she's like,
purpose
oh,
iPad.
I see you're on army time and you're Yeah.
Oh, is that your birthday?
Yeah. I put in your birthday. Okay, all right. This is the ordinance for providing the issue of the general obligation limited tax park bonds, series 2026. So, we have talked about this for the last while, about these tax park bonds. Did you have anything else to add, or can we just go for it here?
Yeah, they go into our capital fund to help fund our capital initiatives, and these are our annual non-referendum rollover bonds that we issue. And Spear Financial, Sarah Johnson is here to help present a overview of the issuance.
Yep.
Awesome.
Welcome, Sarah.
Thank you. Hi everyone, thank you so much for having me here this evening. As said, my name is Sarah Johnson. I'm one of the independent municipal advisors at Spear. Unfortunately, your favorite, Aaron Gold, can't be here tonight, but I'm going to do my best to fill his shoes. I'm going to quickly present the results of the district's bond sale and then answer any questions that you might have. Jumping right into things, the bond sold through a competitive bank placement last week on Wednesday, February 11th. There were 4 bidders in total. The lowest bidder was Time Bank. That's coming from Park Ridge at a rate of 3.03%. The second best bidder was People's National Bank of Kewanee, from Kewanee, with a rate of 3.23%. These are General Obligation Limited Tax Park Bonds, Series 2026. General obligation just means that the bonds are secured by a direct property tax levy. And then limited tax means that the bonds are limited as to how much the district can have outstanding in total, and then how much the district is authorized to levy each year. We anticipate closing this issue in 2 weeks, which lands us on February 26th. And then the issue is just short of a year with a final maturity on November 1st. In the past, you've sold these bonds in December, but this year we shortened that issue to February. And in doing so, we increased the net capital proceeds by right under $4,000. And the purpose of these bonds is to provide additional net new money to support the annual capital initiatives of the district. To do this and fully utilize the district's non-referendum bond and interest levying capacity, we increased the issue size by $5,500 to $855,615. To put the sale into perspective, this year's bid came in 56 basis points lower than the last year's winning rollover bid. And in total, net proceeds generated increased by $31,200, or 3.8% over the prior year rollover issue. So we therefore recommend that the district's general obligation limited tax park bonds, Series 2026, be awarded to Time Bank in Park Ridge at a price of $855,615 at a net interest cost of 3.03%. Thank you again. It's a pleasure working with all of you on the issue. Any questions?
You guys got any questions? Cool, thank you very much. That was
Sure.
awesome. All right, so I will entertain a motion to approve ordinance number 428, providing for the issue of $855,615 general obligation limited tax park bond, Series 2026, for the payment of land and for parks, for the building, maintaining, improving, and protecting of the same and the existing land and facilities of the district, and for the payment of the expenses incident thereto, providing for the levy of a direct annual tax to pay the principal and interest of the bonds, and authorizing the sale of the bonds to the purchaser thereof.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Bell, second by Larson. Please call the roll.
Bell.
Aye.
Larson.
Aye.
Truman.
Aye.
Slater. Aye. Tillman.
Aye, motion carries.
Thank you, you just funded our capital development.
Awesome.
There we go.
Yes, we did.
Thank you.
Come on, Tuesday.
Thank you very much. All right, so we have struck a line through 14B, which would have been an agreement with architects for architectural services for a conceptual design, right, for the property at Mooseheart. We would rather switch here into a discussion about this in that it has come to attention that it might be a better idea to first create the business plan, then create the concept design, because the business plan can drive, yes, can drive the concept design, and then after that, even come up with a landscaping plan, all in phase based on the business plan. And so that's kind of why we're thinking to hold that, but open for discussion.
I think that, yeah, approving a plan before a business plan is cart before the horse, so I think you're right. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then we can find out the ROI.
Right.
Make sure that we've got the square footage, we can invite all the partners to the table at the school districts, and have them be a part of the business plan as well.
And since we're talking about this, we could talk more about it, right? About the Mooseheart property, right?
If you'd like to.
I would love to.
Well, last week
Let's-
someone said it out
Um,
loud for the first time, and I was like,
And
we're talking about.
some of the things I'd like to talk about is, we've had conversations, last night until my voice went sour. But it was all good conversations on some, conversations that,
Individual
Anik-
conversations.
individual conversations that Anik and Amanda have had with members of the, city council. Were presented with some questions that we'd like to answer in person. So we have some options on how we can do that. I would like to invite whomever from the council that is legally allowed to show up without having to do a big kerfuffle over here with staff and everybody for a special meeting that would be able to answer questions from us to them rather than through, telephone telegraph where everything gets kind of distorted. Because I have a feeling that there's some information that you guys presented that is not necessarily the conversations that Allison has had with the city and I've had with the city. And so we could just clear up some of those things. So we do have several options. We can do a special board meeting, so we could get like a doodle or whatever, say what's your best time, whatever.
Yeah.
We could hold an executive session here, or we can do, what was the third one?
It'd be what you just said, you didn't want to do the individual.
Yes, the individual, meeting. So, yes, and I actually think a special board meeting would be better. An executive session, I think that some of the conversations might not be as open as they would be in a special board meeting, and we can bring in however many people that we want and kind of drive a conversation that way. I think that the narrative would be a lot better coming in an open session. That's just my opinion.
So what would be, like, are we thinking about when you say invite as many people as we can, or do we just do like a co-meeting like we've done with, when we were talking about the depot stuff, that was a little bit more official, that was theirs. Are we thinking along that line with
Yes,
kind of
yeah.
everybody of
And
everybody?
the reason I say that is because I don't know how many members of the council can be in one place without having to hold a special thing for them to come here. So 5.
How many are there?
15.
Yeah,
I knew
and
that.
so that's what I would like to invite is 5 people from the council, and they can choose whoever they are and come in and let's have a
Is the
conversation.
public then also invited?
They
or
would
is
be,
that-
yes, they would be
Yeah, the
allowed,
meeting.
they would be
Yeah.
allowed to make comments before the meeting, just like they do
Just like
here.
Okay.
It
The
would,
agenda would.
right,
But they can't like
set that.
openly discuss while we're discussing, they can just observe.
correct.
Okay.
Because I would, well, I could read that laminated thing that kind of trims the conversation from public comment, right?
Sure, I mean, I wonder what the, it's hard to know what the.
And she says sure with her head tilted. That means- Yeah,
Great
The goal,
answer.
the goal is interesting because if it is going to be joint, it might be look something more like what Commissioner Larson is suggesting, of like a joint meeting, whereas if
Or are we
less-
not there yet? Maybe
less
we're
than
not
a
there yet.
majority of
Right,
the
that's my
quorum
question.
comes,
Yeah.
their participation would be limited to like a public comment situation, which
See, and I don't
No,
think that's what
wait, I don't
Even
understand,
though-
I don't understand. So
It
if
would
we're,
just, like, they're part of the public.
it wouldn't be like we're having a joint meeting, it would be like they're here to comment on our meeting.
no, they would, I mean, I don't understand the difference there. Why, if we're inviting them to have a conversation with them about this specific topic, then why would they be limited to just a public
I
comment?
mean, I guess in that case, then it's a meeting,
I
like
mean, it is a
almost
joint
like
meeting,
business
it's like a meeting with
where
with
the
one of their
public can
subcommittees.
show up then.
Right, it's like,
There's no-
it's like one of their subcommittees is being invited to talk to us about a specific topic.
Yeah, and they,
Right.
if
And they
they
would want
designate a
forward
specific
questions.
subcommittee, that'll trigger OMA issues for them, so it's just recognizing that politically and legally, they may have concerns about coming to do that, but they'll talk to the city attorney
Understood.
about that.
This all, so some history, this all stemmed from an invitation from the city to have 3 city council members come and talk to us in executive session. And I was like, why are we limiting it to 3? Who are those 3? We don't know who that is. I would rather open it up to their council to say, however many folks want to come by that you're legally allowed to have, let's come and have a conversation.
And make it public. But you could still do
Yeah.
that in an executive session, could you not? And have an executive session with the maximum that they're allowed to have, 5, I think you said, before triggering OMA, right?
I think it's, because it's.
Alderman Malone is in the audience.
Right, so am I.
Yeah,
He's telling Jordan.
He's like, I'm in the public.
4, okay.
4, okay.
So I think the concern with executive session is that it might defeat the purpose of why the park board holds executive session. There's also some concerns with attorney-client privilege if council is in executive session with everyone as well. So generally speaking, when it comes to executive session, it is not a best practice to invite third parties into executive session. But I can detail that more in a memo if the council or if the board is interested in learning more about kind of the best practices.
Are we just not ready yet for like a team joint together meeting to just kind of talk through things? Are we not ready?
Absolutely. So,
We're not ready for that.
so
right?
part of,
Yeah.
part of what I was
Yeah.
saying before about information being passed telephone is we don't have any information.
Yeah,
Right.
we don't have.
And so
any.
I would like to make sure that if there's questions, we can
Right.
answer them and say, we don't know.
Because if we think
And-
about it in the way that when we had that joint meeting about the depot con, we were voting on options.
yeah.
We don't have those options.
Right, we're not there yet, but I
We're
don't know.
not there
if we-
yet.
Well, and we haven't, I don't think that the timeline has necessarily, and I could be wrong, I don't think the entire timeline of ours has necessarily been passed on, that this is where we're at.
It has.
It has, okay,
Yeah, so
so,
Laura knows that the city, like, I've explained to her that we need to get that business plan.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, actually, at the time we thought it was the concept.
we were
plan
gonna
for
do the
Williams.
concept plan,
But
yeah.
now the business plan, we need to get that in place to determine how much we need in square footage per activity, whether
Mhm.
it's gymnasium space, whether it's swimming pool space, what that looks like, fitness center, you name it, whatever, going back to the needs assessment and the stakeholder interviews and,
Well, that's the thing, and one of the things I wanted to share in a meeting is, we couldn't progress any faster because we had a game plan. We had needs assessments, we had community input and so forth that was being collected. We had, all of that report was put together. Now we can take that to help drive the concept. And we were just now saying we're gonna hold off on the concept and do the business plan first, but still, all that data is gonna drive the business plan, which then drives the concept plan, which then drives landscaping. But how would we know how much property we need until we do all of that? And I think we would short ourselves and the community if we were like, well, we're only gonna need this much.
Right.
And we ended up needing more. If we ended up needing less, great. But it's like, I don't, when the question comes to us as, and as far as how much land are you going to need,
We don't know yet.
I have no idea.
but our goal is to get it figured out this year.
Yes, yeah.
It's just that, we do have that process in place and we're gonna have to bring in a lot of team players. And then only then can we let the city know, like, this is how much.
This is how much we
This
have.
is how much we
Right.
have left. We do wanna partner with the city. I think every
Oh,
board
yeah.
member has
Yeah.
agreed
Yeah,
that we
there's
definitely
no-
wanna partner
yeah.
with the city. I've expressed that to Laura, that we just can't guarantee, any number of acreage that might be available
Right.
after.
Right.
Until we go through this process. We're doing our due diligence first, and And
Because
it's
it's
just gonna
ours.
take
So-
time, and in order to really complete all those steps, we do need the reimbursable money from that grant,
Yes.
from the park grant, the 2.8 million. Not, we won't need all of
Get on
that,
that, Brent.
but we won't need all of that, but certainly, we budgeted enough for the business plan, which is gonna be tied into our strategic master plan, but then for the landscape plan,
Right,
so the
right.
external, whether
To
it's
try to
soccer
get the whole
fields.
package.
what-
So do we just wanna like do one of these, like invite as many as we can to maybe like a more of a public, just to kind of like squash some rumor mill, get back on the same page, understand that we're all in this together once we decide what we
That was the
need and
idea.
want? Okay.
And
That
not
was the
have
idea.
to wait until our March meeting
Correct.
to try and.
Otherwise, we have to wait for the March meeting and put it on their agenda.
Right.
Got it.
Right, this way we could, however long it takes to get the new stuff out, week to week, whatever, now we can do it as quickly as possible. And so can we come to a consensus? Can we we don't have to vote or anything, but as the board, can we have a consensus of what type of meeting we would like now?
Well, I think under the board bylaws, two commissioners can call a special meeting, so that can happen kind of offline as well.
I call a special
I call it a special meeting. So yeah, but I'd like to make sure there's consensus about that. I mean, so, because I know
You
that,
can take the straw poll here.
right, I know that, some people have feelings towards an executive session, and some people have feelings towards a special meeting, so I want to make sure that we're sensitive to those two, but come to a consensus at least on what we're deciding. So, I mean, if it's up to me, I'd say let's try to get a special meeting together as soon as possible
And then we just discussed this.
and just discuss this, only this.
Yeah.
And, can temper public comments to just this, the whole type of thing. But,
It'd be an opportunity too to introduce city council
Absolutely.
to our new quarters.
yes, yeah.
We're right down the street, we haven't invited them here yet, and we could,
Mhm.
invite them.
So any opposing thoughts to
this
that?
My only thought is
Yeah.
that I would like to ask, Erin, if you could give a memo to the board about just kind of executive session and situations when maybe, best practices, situations when we do bring people in to speak, because I was reading, the section about the Open Meetings Act, and then also when you go into executive session and figuring out those exceptions, right, to allow that, and I was reading it to understand that we could invite people in regarding the specific topic that we're speaking about, if it was regarding that, so that's what I'm trying to understand a little
But
bit.
executive
It's a
session, would that have to
legal
wait
and
until March,
Best
or?
practices and, what am I doing, negotiation leverage, all those things, so I'm happy to put a memo together for all of you, and, hopefully it clears things up, and of course, it's not prohibited by the Open Meetings Act that you can't statutorily bring other people in.
Sure.
Just a few other considerations, so.
Yeah, I wanna make sure I understand that.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So, let me ask this, can we have a special board meeting with only executive session? Or does the executive session have to wait till March? So,
We're really making her earn her lawyer money.
and the reason being is, I would really like to have this before March.
Sure.
And if we hold a special meeting that can't just be executive session, then that kind of dictates, in my mind, that we should just have an open meeting sometime.
Because you wanna prioritize timing on this.
Correct.
And the immediacy of it as opposed to.
Correct.
Well, and then
'Cause
there's
I-
also-
Community is more important than.
There's also
Because
the-
more questions are gonna come from the council on a regular basis if we don't answer those as quickly as we can.
There's also that
Yeah.
component, the
We have
component of
questions.
we don't know if the city is ready to go public for what intention they might need that land. That's the other question.
Right.
Yes,
Something, so then maybe we say we wanna do a special meeting. If we hear otherwise in terms of, then we can pivot
then
or
we can
not.
do it, yeah. What can we put on the agenda to talk specifically about the Mooseheart property? So-
Purchase and sale of land.
Yeah, I mean, can we put something as generic as just land acquisition?
For
Or-
executive session,
No, no, for an open-
For just a-
No,
For a
for
special
just an
meeting.
open meeting.
The distinction between a special meeting and a regular meeting is largely that for a special meeting, you can only talk about what's on the agenda.
Right.
So long as you put it on the agenda and.
So what can we
whatever
put on the
rules
agenda that would help?
Vague enough but
Right,
specific
that,
enough.
yes,
Not super
Discussion of
enticing.
the use
Nothing
of
that limits us
property
too much, is
at
what you're
X,
saying.
Y, at X, Y, Z.
Oh,
just as
you know,
land.
so to discuss the use of specific property that we would obtain from Mooseheart from the,
Future interest.
yeah,
So
yeah.
just like, so
I'd be happy to
with
see
executive session,
you know, like,
we run into the fact that I don't think the board is, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, are you ready to discuss the price per acreage?
No.
That's
we don't-
the kind
I
of
think
thing the
that's
executive
talking
session
forward.
would be
Yeah.
reserved for.
Use
That-
of the executive
that's-
session exception there.
Right.
So that's
Okay.
why, like,
Yeah.
if we're not ready for that, if that's premature, then we would just do a special board meeting, just like we do our capital development retreats, and our budget retreats.
Yeah.
It'd be just like that.
Can we call it a retreat?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. And
Land
I create those agendas.
Can we get chocolate?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can reach out to Laura if the park board's in consensus.
Mhm.
I can reach out to
You ready? Are you
yeah.
okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Laura tomorrow morning and don't beat me to it. I can reach out to her tomorrow morning
Text you from
and
his pocket.
Right.
and let her-
He's had his phone on the entire time, yeah.
and I can let her know that the park board is interested in
Yeah,
inviting.
and let's get some dates
many
as we
together,
can, yep.
and, right,
Bring.
cool,
Yep, we can do that.
awesome,
Okay, for sure.
awesome, thank you for that conversation.
Thank you.
All right, 14C,
Oh my God, I'm still.
award of contract for weed control services. So, we've already heard some about it,
Yep.
right? So we can just get right to it, right? Cool. I mean, unless you want to talk for half an hour about that.
He's like, nope.
Yeah.
That's all I answer.
Yeah.
I think we got that.
Entertain a motion to approve the award, the contract for weed control services to True Green of West Chicago, Illinois for the sum of $36,479.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Bell, second by Larson, please call the roll.
Bell,
Aye.
Larson,
Aye.
Druin. Aye. Slayer.
Aye.
Tillman.
Aye, motion carries. And on to 14D, the approval of landscape architectural services for Fox Trail Park. We saw some of that earlier, so again. Entertain a motion to approve landscape architectural services for Fox Trail Park from Upland Design for a total professional fee of $31,700.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Bell, second by Larson, please call the roll.
Bell,
Aye.
Larson,
Aye.
Druin. Aye. Slayer. Aye. Tillman.
Aye, motion carries. So now we do have an executive session to discuss personnel 2C1. So we will not have business after the executive session, so I will entertain a motion to go into executive session to discuss personnel 2C1.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Bell, second by Larson. Do we do a roll call? Yeah, please call the roll.
Bell,
Aye.
Larson,
Aye.
Druin. Aye. Slayer.
Aye.
Tillman.
Aye, motion carries. We are now in executive session.